Hello, good morning students. Welcome to Computer Studies Standard 10th, chapter number 2, Head and Body Sections, part 1. Okay, so first in this chapter, Head and Body Sections, we will try to understand something about head section. Now see, one thing which is common in all the web pages is that all the web pages, that is HTML documents, are divided into two sections, that is head section and body section. In chapter number 1, all the HTML documents which you had created, if you remember, they also were divided into two parts. Am I right? Okay. Now, first thing, we had included in the head section, one of the tag which we had included in the head section was title tag. We had written something between title and slash title, and this title tag was included in head section. Okay. Now whatever you write, whatever you type, or whatever you enter between title and slash title will be displayed as the title of that web page in the browser. Now suppose if you forget to add this tag only, okay, suppose you forget to add this tag, then what will the browser display when your web page will open? Then your web page will display the complete path and the file name. It will display, for example, C drive colon my documents colon 10 standard web pages colon my first web page .html, like that way it will display. If you forget to add title tag in head section, then it will display the complete address, that is the complete path of that web page along with the file name. So it is very necessary to include title tag in the head section. Another thing, title tag, if you type but if you forget to type slash title, then what will happen? That is, if you fail to add or use the closing title tag, then the whole content which will be considered as title, and it may be possible that the HTML document may not be loaded at all in the browser window. So it is very necessary to type slash title. Same way is the case of head and slash head. Now the head section of the HTML document provides necessary information about the HTML document. The content of the head section is included within head and slash head tags. Combination of these head tags and the content between these is known as head element. It could be asked in the MCQ. Now, besides title, which other things are there in head section that we are going to learn in this chapter? The head section also contains additional information about the content and the HTML document. The tag that provides additional information is known as meta tag. Meta tag or meta tags are used to store information usually relevant to browsers and search engines. Addition of appropriate meta tags describes the nature of the web page precisely and makes it easy for a search engine to search the web page efficiently. Now, whatever information we are searching, for example, we are searching information about Taj Mahal, okay, then the name of that web page will not be Taj Mahal, it may be something else. Then how will the search engine come to know that it has to locate this web page and show the result to you? So that is all due to meta tag. If in meta tag it is included that inside this web page is these things are there, then it will be helpful for the search engine to search our web page. Okay, now we will learn this thing in meta tags in detail. So now we will understand what is meta tag. Now first word we will understand is description. Now see here I have given an example, that is meta name is equal to description. What is name? Name is an attribute. And what is description? It is value. So meta name is equal to description. Another attribute which is used here is content is equal to about rainbow and its colors. Okay, so whenever any person will try to get information about rainbow, and if he happens to meet our website, then in the search result it will show the name of our website, and below that it will display about rainbow and its colors. Most search engine will display the description when they put the results of a search to the user. In absence of such description, if we have not used this meta name is equal to description and content is equal to about rainbow and its color, then what will happen? That in absence of such description, the search engine will display only first few words. See, another example I have given here is, in the Google search I have typed architectural wonders of Gujarat. Then the information of architectural wonders of Gujarat will not be present only in one website. It will be present in so many websites. So when I type this word, the Google search engine will fetch the information from all these websites, and it displays me the results like this way. You can see, and you can see something is written. First thing is website name. In these three results which we can see first thing is website name, then something which is displayed in bold and in blue color, and below that something is displayed in normal font, right? So the thing which is displayed in normal font is the thing which we can display using meta name is equal to description and content is equal to so and so. Next word is keywords. How to use it in meta tag? Meta name is equal to keywords, content is equal to rainbow in double quotes, comma, WebGear. Now see, keywords provided in this tag will be used by the search engine. Whenever we search for any information, for example, just now I had searched architectural wonders of India, then the name of that website may not be architectural wonders of India, but it is the content of that website. Then how will the Google search engine come to know that this is the content of that website and this is to be displayed? So the person who have developed these websites have written all these contents as keywords. Names of important characteristics, objective of the web page, and important topics may be enlisted as keywords. Now, hope you have understood these keywords. It is very important whenever you design any real website, real web page. At that time, this keyword is very important. All the things through which people can search for your content should be written in keywords. Next word which we are going to study is author. Meta name is equal to author, content is equal to M.K. Gandhi. The following meta tag attribute provides information about the author of that web page. Now some other meta tags. There are some meta tags that tell the web page to load a specific URL after some second, or tags telling it that a certain page should not be cached. The following example refreshes the web page by reloading it after every 5 seconds. Meta http equi is equal to refresh, content is equal to 5. Now first thing is, why should a web page be refreshed? I will try to explain you with an example. That if we are using Instagram, okay, in Instagram every moment some or other person uploads different thing. Okay, now if the web page of Instagram is not refreshed, then it will be displaying the old content only. It will not display what is uploaded new. So for this purpose this tag is used. In this example, the web page is refreshed after every 5 seconds. Now another example also is given here. In that example, meta http equi is equal to refresh, content is equal to 5 semicolon, URL is equal to http colon test.com. Now in this example what will happen? That in whichever page you are, after 5 seconds you will be back to the page named test.com. Now this concept, I hope it may be little bit still confusing for you. That we will discuss when we meet in the computer lab. HTML base. Now the base tag specifies the base URL, that is target, for all relative URLs in a page, for relative links. For example, you can set the base URL once at the top of your page in header section. Then all subsequent relative links will use that URL as a starting point. Now here a tabular information is given of it is displaying the summary of important HTML tag elements. Now first tag is head tag. It defines the information about the document. Next one is title tag. Title tag defines the title of a document. Then base tag. It defines a default address or a default target for all links, that is hyperlinks, on a web page. Then another tag is link. It defines the relationship between a document and an external resource. This is not there in your course. Next tag is meta. It defines metadata about an HTML document. Then script. It defines a client side script, that is also not there in your course. Then style. Style defines style information for a document. This is also not there in your course. Now in practicals, in the HTML document named rainbow.html, in the head section you have to write this 3 things as it is displayed here. Now see, actually we have not uploaded this web page name rainbow anywhere, so it is just stored locally in our computer. So including this tag doesn't make any difference. You will not see any difference. But these things which was discussed just now till now is for you to understand that if any HTML document is uploaded on the web page, then which meta tag plays which important role. Okay, so you have to do this much. I very well know that in this chapter you are getting bored, you are feeling bored, and the concepts may not be getting clear with you, because these all are new tags which we generally don't use in creating a local web page. But since it is necessary to learn, so they are there in the chapter, and we have finished all those tags. Now we are going to do the tags which we can do in our practicals. Among them, the first tag is comment tag. Comment tag is such a tag which could be used in any part of the HTML document. That is, it could be used in head tag also, and it could be used in head section also, and it could be also used in body section, wherever we like. One thing about comment is, whatever we type using comment tag will not be displayed in the output. But if anybody wants to see whatever is typed in comment tag, then by opening the same thing using Notepad, that is opening the source code of that web page, any person can see what is written in comment. Now the question which could arise in your mind is, then why is this comment section given if nobody can see what is nobody can see in the output in the browser? Then yes, the answer to that is, now suppose if you are not able to remember some of the tags, then in to memorize those tags when you are learning HTML, you can add comment next to each tag, that this tag is used for so and so purpose, like that way. So it will not be disturbing the output, but whenever you want to study the coding, that time it will be helpful to you. Now we will make the usage of a comment tag in the existing web page named headers.html. We will try to understand how to use the comment tag. So in headers tag, I will open first header tag using Notepad program. Now here I want to add a comment next to h1 tag, that what is the usage of this tag. Then I can add the comment like this way. See, comment tag is used like this way, and the content is written inside the comment tag. Just notice this thing. This is totally different than other all tags. We never write the content inside the tag, but this tag is written like this way. Now I save the file. Okay. Now I open headers using browser. Now just notice, whatever I typed in comment is not displayed anywhere in the output. So this is the usage of header tag. Suppose you also are forgetting the usage of different tags, then next to that tag you can add a comment like this way. As we are able to change the color of the body by adding BG color, same way if we want to add a picture in the background, that also is possible using the tag body attribute background is equal to the name and address of the image. We will do it practically. Now you all are familiar by BG color, familiar with BG color. For example, in this web page, we had learned how to change the background color by using the tag BG color. Okay, I open it in Notepad. Like this way, inside body tag, to change the color of the body, we had used the attribute named BG color, and value is equal to red. Now one new thing you are going to learn just now, and that is how to add a picture in the background. Okay, picture as a background. So the tag which is used is background. Background is equal to the name and address of that image. So in other chapter also we are going to add so many images. So we will create a folder inside our this folder only named images. Okay, now we will store a image here, and that we will enter inside our web page. So where are the images stored? Here in pictures, sample pictures. Now I take tulips. I will paste it here. Okay, now I want to insert this image in my web page. So in body tag I have to type here attribute background is equal to, what is the name of that folder in which it is lying? Image or images, then slash. Now here this slash will come. Remember, this slash will not come, forward slash will not come, backward slash will come. Name of the image TULIPS dot, what is the extension? JPG in double quotes. Okay, now I save the file by pressing Ctrl S or by saving it like this way. Now I will see the result in the browser. Okay, so here we can see the image is inserted in the background. So whatever the content, whatever we have typed in the web page will be overlapping the image which we have inserted. Now one more thing I would like to explain you here, and that is, here I have typed images in the path, in the address. Okay, now if the image is lying in some other folder, then you have to type that address. Okay, just now it is lying inside our home folder. Inside home folder, the subfolder named images, it is lying here, so I have typed like this way. Background color. Now previously in the first chapter we had changed the color of the background using the attribute bg color inside body tag. We can make the web page look attractive by using background color. Now see, web browsers are familiar with some of the basic colors. That is, if you write bg color is equal to blue, then it will change the color to blue. Similarly, red, blue, green, yellow, aqua, black, white, etc. These colors which are primary or secondary colors, it is familiar with it. But there are so many shades of colors, so browser is not familiar with all the words. Actually, any color in an electronic media like television or monitor is displayed using the combination of three colors, that is red, green and blue, and that is why in short it is known as RGB. Whatever we are seeing on the monitor, all the things, images, menu bar, desktop background, anything, whatever we are seeing on the screen is formed only with the help of these three colors R, G and B. Now colors in a computer are coded as degree from 00 to FF in hexadecimal. We use decimal number system. In that we have got 10 digits, that is 0 to 9, while in hexadecimal it ranges from 0 to F, that is there are 16 digits. I will explain you how does hexadecimal system works later on. That means each color, whether it is red or green or blue, its quantity to form other color varies from 0 to 255, that is its proportion could be from 1 to 256 different values. Hence, to represent a color, we need to build a code representing some red, some green and some blue color, making it a 6-digit code. that is in these 6 digits, first 2 digits forms the value of red color, second 2 digits forms the value of green, and third 2 digits of blue color, and it is represented with S sign. Now suppose if we want to display blue color, we can type body BG color is equal to hash 00, that is the proportion of red is 00, proportion of green is again 00, so we put another 200, and the proportion of blue is maximum, so the biggest digit of hexadecimal is F, so we write FF. The thing to be noted is when we used to write BG color is equal to blue, we do not used to put hash in front of that, but to display that it is a hexadecimal code, it is compulsory to write hash and then these 6 digits. The combination of red, green and blue values from 0 to 255, that is each color's quantity could be values could be till 256, gives us more than 16 million different colors, that is 256 into 256 into 256. Now when I am explaining all these things, you may be finding it a little bit difficult, so naturally I will explain you the concept using an example through practicals. But before that, I would like to explain you the working of hexadecimal number system. See, here I have written 16 digits of decimal number system, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15, right? So 16 numbers I have written here. Now how are those 16 numbers represented in hexadecimal? Then from 0 to 9 in hexadecimal also it is represented same as it is represented in decimal number system. See, you can see till 9 both the things are same, but in hexadecimal since the base is 16, so we have to go up to 16. So 10 is represented by A, 11 by B, 12 by C, 13 by D, 14 by E and 15 by F. So here the smallest number in hexadecimal is 0 while the biggest number is F. Okay, now we will do practicals. So we will change the color of the background in the HTML document named index. First I will open it in browser. Okay, in this document we are going to learn this thing. Now I open it with Notepad. Now I come to BG, body, here I write BG color. BG color, now I put hash. Now first I put the quantity of all 3 colors as 0, 0, 0. Red is equal to 0, green is equal to 0 and blue is equal to 0. Now I save the file, Ctrl S. Now I open it here and give a refresh. Then if all the colors quantity is 0, then it displays black color. Now if I want to make red color, then I put full quantity of red, that is FF. As I told you, first 2 digits displays red color, so red color's quantity is full while the quantity of these 2 colors is 0, 0. So I put FF, Ctrl S, alter tab and refresh. So the web page color will turn into red. Now if I want to prepare blue color, okay, then I put FF here and other colors quantity I put 0, 0. Alter tab and refresh. Now if I want to form purple color, then purple color is formed by the mixture of red and blue. So red color also I keep the quantity to full and blue color also up till full. So FF00FF. Now I give a refresh. So the color has turned to purple color. If I want to make it more pinkish, then I have to decrease the quantity of this color blue. I decrease it. Okay, now let's see. Control S, refresh. So it has become, the red quantity is more and blue's quantity is less, so it has become pinkish. So like this way, in your computer you try to form different combinations using hexadecimal code. Hope this much is clear to one and all. We can also set both the things, that is background and BG color. See here in example it is given body background is equal to images tulips.jpg, then space, no comma in between, BG color is equal to yellow. Now if you do this thing in your web page, then it will show tulips only, it will not show yellow color. But when does this thing work? Okay, suppose if you have prepared a website and the person who is surfing your website, if the network connection of that person is poor and if the image takes too much time in loading, then till the image is loaded on the web page, till that much time the color of the background will be shown yellow. Hope this much is clear. So here we end up this video. Please practice all the things which are taught to you today. So many things are new, so please revise it. Okay, so we meet in the next video. Thank you. Goodbye.